Hello, my bomb blowers and module masters, and today I am here with another Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes modded module tutorial, and today I am here with the module Cruel Modulo. Cruel Modulo is actually a relatively easy cruel module. It's based off of Modulo, which is known to be a really easy module, and it's not that much different from Modulo, but it does present an interesting issue. Let's go ahead and get started. This module doesn't require any edge work, so as soon as we get our bomb, we can get started. So, here's Cruel Modulo.
There is only one perfect solution, but there are clues that
We have,
trick our team.
from Modulo, we have the big number in the middle, with a green number on the left, a keypad, a submit and a clear button. Those are all from Modulo. But a few very subtle differences, hint hint wink wink, is that the module is now red as opposed to black, the status sign is in the bottom left, and we now have a yellow number in the top right. So, to solve the module, we're going to take the central number, which the manual refers to as n, we're going to raise it to the power of the yellow number, which the module refers to p, and then we're going to take the result of that, modulo 47, which is m, the top left number. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. If you know how modulo works, that's the same as taking the remainder after division or subtracting a number as many times until the result of the iteration is less than the number you're taking. You know what modulo means at this point. So we're going to take 978 to the power of 11. And we're going to take this, modulo 47, and we're going to get 29.
It's hugely frustrating, isn't it?
Wait, that was wrong. Why was that wrong? Well, when we have numbers such as 978 to the power of 11, that is a really, really big number. So big that most calculators, including the text field calculator, cannot handle the number of that magnitude. So, we're going to need to find a different way of solving this. Or do we? If you watch my RSA cipher tutorial, then you will know that there are alternative calculators you can use to get numbers of this caliber. You can use the Windows Scientific Calculator, or Wolfram Alpha. So, instead, we could take 954 to the power of 11, modulo 39, and that's going to give us 29. And that's the answer. Once we input 29 to the module, and then press submit, the module is going to solve. Now, with that being said, the manual does provide an alternative method to solve the module. I strongly advise against using this method. If you can just use a calculator, that's all you need to do. I just do not recommend doing this because it is not only lengthier than just typing a few numbers into a calculator and pressing enter, but it's also kind of easy to mess up. I won't go through the process just for showing it off, but I just genuinely do not recommend doing this. Let's go ahead and get started. I will note down n is equal to 854, p is equal to 11, and m is 39. I'm also going to put a number of labeled lines up until p. So I'm going to put a number of labeled lines equal to p. So we're going to do an iterative process. We're going to first off take n modulo m, which gives us 35. So that's the result of the first iteration. For each future iteration of this iterative process, we're going to take the number that we got from the last iteration, multiply it by n, and modulo by m. And then we do this again, and again, and again. We're going to stop when one of two things happens. If you reach the line number, the iteration number, of p, you're going to stop there. So if we get 11 answers, we're going to stop there. And if you get 11 different answers for each of the 11 different iterations, you're just going to submit the answer at the 11th iteration. The other stopping condition, which is much more common, is if the result of an iteration is equal to the result of a previous iteration. So if we get to iteration 8 and we have 35 as our result, then we're going to stop at iteration 8 because 35 was already used. So let's go ahead and continue doing the process. We have this times 854, modulo 39 gives us 22, times 854, modulo 39 is 29, times 854, modulo 39 equals 1, times 854, modulo 39 is equal to 35, and we're going to stop here because 35 was the result of a previous iteration. So, this is what happens when you stop because you have the same result as a previous iteration. From here, what you're going to do is remove all of the lines that are not used, and also the line that contains a duplicate number. So what we're going to do is take P modulo by the number of lines, the number of iterations that we had, minus, just by the number of iterations that we had. So modulo 6. If you get 0 as the answer to this modulo operation, then we're just going to use the last iteration, and we take an 11 modulo the number of iterations that we had, which gives us 5. We're going to enter the result of that iteration into the module, which is 29, and as we did previously, by taking the number to a power of another number, modulo by that number, that is the correct answer. So we're going to input 29, and that is a solved module. So, once again, if you can, just use a calculator, please use it. You can use this calculator, you can use Wolfram Alpha. I strongly recommend doing this with a calculator, but if you must, you can use the alternative method. It will give you the answer, but I just do not recommend using it. So, that is it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.